Hi everyone, this is a very special AstroQueen Astrology report as this is my first video. I've been feeling the pressure from so many to start doing videos, so I'm pleased to announce you're all getting to see the very first one. With this Pisces Eclipse ruling spirituality and videos, I really didn't think there was a better time to start. The energy surrounding this eclipse is likely to throw some very mysterious curveballs at many of us. This very karmic Pisces eclipse is going to bring a broad range of effects. Pisces energy is it's a lot like water, so it can make certain situations in our lives turn very fluid very suddenly. It can make something magically disappear from your life, but it can also make magical things appear as well. Some events will be awesome, crazy, disturbing, elusive, dissolving, and of course magical. It also looks like there will be a fair share of karmic events as well, for better or worse. In the past, I spoke very little about karmic events as the stars rarely produce such events. But in October, the Scorpio eclipse definitely heralded a lot of karmic events surrounding love and money for this year. The stars were suggesting financial issues on a more personal level, as well as possibly even on a global level. This could be just minor to major crises to a total rebirth. If you're interested in knowing more about that, you can check out the articles surrounding the Scorpio eclipse on the AstroQueen website. This energy is still valid today and will be for a few years. This energy was also suggesting intense relationship crises and transformations as well, but also some very passionate and karmic relationships forming. I didn't think much of this until the karmic events started to be produced in the sky with the first and second Aquarius new moons, the karmic Leo full moon, and now this karmic Pisces eclipse. I try to be very careful and exacting with my words, so if I use the word karmic, there's a good reason for it. It isn't just something you say when you talk about the stars. Some of us will see a big turnaround in more than one area of our lives. Many are already starting to see the effects of this eclipse with it being so close. I wanted to do this a little sooner, but because of all the chaotic energy leading up to this, I got a little busy. Karmic energy can make things happen very suddenly and unexpectedly. This can mean events that happen to us, or some people just feel an urge to do something that's out of character for them. This karmic energy can cause a wide range of manifestations, including weird synchronicities, serendipitous events, karmic meetings, miracles, intense feelings, inexplicable urges. The energy increases the likelihood of chance encounters that almost seem divinely coordinated. This is not always something big. Sometimes it's small little meetup, encounter, event, message, conversation, posting, or maybe even a video. Something that just ends up changing everything for someone. You may not even realize the impact you have on another until later, and in some places you may not find it at all. The simplest little conversation could end up opening doors for someone, opening doors to new possibilities in a big way, possibly even a magical way. On the other hand, this energy can also manifest in a very big way. There could be some big and unexpected events that may or may not be hard to take. At certain points, some of us could be presented with the opportunity to make our dreams come true. There's just so much potential for luck to manifest out of this uncertainty that it could feel like a karmic roller coaster at times, with some super highs and potentially some super lows. This energy loves to take things from one extreme to another and at record time. This energy is sending people to other lands, so it's basically making everyone daydream. You may find yourself fantasizing a lot more recently, and that isn't likely to change over the next few months, possibly even longer. With this eclipse, you may find it harder than usual to stay in the here and now. You might find yourself dreaming of other lands, other people, other not-so-real realities. Well, at least they're not real yet. Life at the moment is fluid and ever-changing. A lot of twists and turns will be thrown at us from these eclipses recently and will likely continue going forward. As a result, not only will people be lost in a dream world, but many are going to have a lot on their mind. You may find that some are not looking at life realistically, or they're wearing rose-colored glasses when they're looking at certain situations or life in general. Or maybe they're just more or less walking in a fog. You may not know where certain people stand, and many are going to be keeping their cards close to their chest. And you may notice that some people just keep to themselves more. If someone's been prone to escapist tendencies in the past, that will likely only increase in frequency with this energy. Reality will almost seem too difficult for someone to handle, and many are going to feel the need to turn to something to help deal with this. Some may end up turning to drugs and alcohol a little bit more often, and often just to hide from their problems, reality, to get away from life. There is a reason for all this dreamy energy. It is forcing us to dream about the way you'd like life to be if you could have things as ideally perfect as possible. All this dreaming is meant to entice people to change their situation, to get out of their rut, and to reach for their dreams. There will be those lucky few that jump into action and start to chase their dreams and make their dreams happen for them. Then they just won't be daydreaming anymore. They will be one of those lucky few that actually get to use this energy living in the dream. This influence loves to be mysterious, so you may not have all the facts, thus forcing you to take a leap of faith into the unknown to achieve your dreams. So you've just got to have faith that the universe, aka Jupiter, has your back when you finally decide to make that jump. I see that relationships are going to take the biggest hit in all this. So this could apply to almost any one-on-one relationship, but it could apply to friendships, it could apply to work relationships, it could apply to relationships with family members, it could apply, but it's definitely going to apply to personal relationships, especially the romantic relationships. Now, this could mean just a simple change in dynamic, or it could mean that some just end. I say that this is a karmic eclipse because this is just like the second Aquarius new moon in February. This eclipse falls on the 29th degree, meaning that this eclipse is happening in the last sign of the zodiac, the last degree of that sign, and it's a very critical degree. As you might guess, eclipses are already pretty serious business, and they have been traditionally feared throughout history, as they are game changers. They tend to take matters they are affecting and basically turn them on their head. So if things have been good in a specific area of your life, you might notice that suddenly you start to experience a dramatic shakeup. If things haven't been so good in the past, eclipses tend to come along and you might notice a sudden upswing in a certain area. The effects of this eclipse is the same as a new moon, aka new beginnings. But instead of this energy lasting just months, this energy lasts years. So if you have a direct hit from this eclipse to a sensitive area of your natal chart, you will notice major changes occurring in your life in some way. And it will likely continue feeling them going forward, especially over the next year or so. With this eclipse falling on the last degree of Pisces, this means there will be a lot of things finalized. So there will be a lot of endings in one form or another. Like I said, I expect this to be hardest on relationships, with many to experience minor to major difficulties. And I don't want to say this, but there will be a fair number experiencing breakups. At the same time, I don't want everyone to think their relationship is under the guillotine. as this energy can manifest in more ways than one. It can bring karmic events by way of your career. It can affect your home life, your home. But I see that it's personal relationships taking the biggest hit. This influence is meant to bring difficulties, but once you manage the turbulent waters, the changes that result will ultimately make your life much better in the end. It will just take some confusion, stress, faith, and likely a confrontation or two to get through it. If this energy is affecting your relationship, you will likely already notice a huge strain with the eclipse being so close. So if you're noticing problems in an area of your life at this time, it's a warning that there are things that need to be worked out. Solid relationships will be able to weather this energy, but I imagine those relationships already built on a shaky foundation will end. There could be some confusion surrounding events, especially revolving relationship issues. Pisces energy isn't the clearest energy in the sky, and my guess is a lot of people will be dreaming about the way they would like life to be, and then these people will just suddenly surprise everyone by unexpectedly dropping everything to chase after these dreams. Don't fear this too much, as I see there will be a lot of karmic beginnings with this eclipse as well, as solar eclipses are really all about beginnings. So I get the message that a lot of these beginnings will result because of this could actually be more like the beginning of the end. So in many cases, there could be some permanent endings that is likely to result in some sort of permanent beginning as well. It's like we are all closing a very big chapter in our lives and about to start an entirely new chapter for this lifetime. Things of the past just won't be the same in the future. This is a new you, a new life, a new us, a new career, a new place, a new house. It's like a whole new world in some way. It's like the end of one era and the beginning of something completely new. All the universe is trying to do with this uncertainty is forcing us to finish things off. So it can make room for the new life that is about to enter. So it's just that we may or may not know what the universe is making room for yet. And to many, that idea is very intimidating and scary. It's like the universe is making everyone play a karmic game of musical chairs with some aspect of their lives. The stars are saying that there's a fair number of us that just aren't where we are supposed to be. That some of us have veered off our karmic path, and the further you've veered off course, the more abruptly this energy intends to put us back on track. And it may not be in the gentlest manner. So if you know changes need to be made, it's always easier to be proactive about making these changes on your own. If you ignore the warning and choose not to make any changes in your life, the universe will likely make them for you. The only thing is that when the universe decides to make these changes on your behalf, it can feel unexpected and be quite a shock. You won't have any control over how it goes down, and it can get pretty devastating depending on the circumstances. This influence is likely going to feel very scary to some, but I assure you that the universe has offered up many opportunities for luck and abundance, along with the unpredictable influence. But this is especially when you decide to make the changes for yourself. Just know that what is taken away will eventually be replaced with something that is better suited and more fulfilling for you going forward. It's important to listen to your intuition, to listen to your gut feeling, because logic just might not make any sense of it. It's time to listen to your heart and not to your head. The good thing is that this energy ultimately brings new perspectives, new people, new experiences into your life that are more in line with the real you. For more information and other astrological updates, please like AstroQueen Astrology on Facebook and subscribe to AstroQueen Astrology on YouTube. Have a great day, everyone.